The Bible contains excellent examples of men who otherwise would have been great. When they broke the law of chastity, it broke them. For example, Samson, the strongest of men, with an unbridled lust for women, was betrayed by Delilah and finally committed suicide while in chains of bondage to the Philistines. God gave Solomon wisdom above all others. Nevertheless, he immersed his life with numerous concubines. David, whom the Lord loved and who was perhaps Israel's greatest king, spent the latter part of his life in guilty anguish over his sin against Uriah and his adultery with Bathsheba. His deep feelings were expressed in one of the saddest prayers in the Holy Scriptures. Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. Having an understanding of the plan of salvation, and a thorough knowledge of the seriousness of the gross sins of adultery and murder, which he had committed, King David in anguish cried out unto the Lord, Thou wilt not leave my soul in hell. More than 1,000 years after King David's death, and only 127 years ago, Jesus Christ spoke from heaven and informed us that King David's sins against him, in the case of Uriah and his wife, David had fallen from his exaltation, and his wives had been given to another. Perhaps the most important Bible example of a stalwart and noble man who was tempted but retained his chastity is Joseph, the young, handsome servant of the Egyptian ruler Potiphar. He resisted the vile allurements of Potiphar's wife, refusing to commit adultery with her. Joseph's reply was, How can I do this great wickedness against God? And then he fled from her presence. Rather than betray his ideals, he went to jail where he was confined in a dungeon for several years.